Hey guys, today we're in another Google drawing. Today I'm going to show you how to add gradients to both word arts as well as just some of your basic shapes. So first thing I'm going to do is start by going up to Insert and scrolling down to the phrase Word Art. This will pop up a little dialog box where it wants me to type in a word. So I'm going to type in the word retro and then I'll hit enter. And this will pop retro up in a text box, but it's not just a text box. This is a word art box, and with word art we can change the inside color of the letters. So I mean, we could change it to any color that we wanted basically, but the purpose of today is not to just do the basic colors, but to learn a little bit about gradients. So I'm going to go back up to that tilted paint can, the fill color button, and I'm going to change it from the solid tab to the gradient tab. Now when I select the gradient tab, you'll notice that we have not as many options as we did on the solid tab, but you've got different blends of colors. You've got usually a color, then that color is mixed with either white or black. So you'll notice on some of these, like you may have some red and black, some red and white. So it's usually the default options are just blending basic colors with either white or black. So I'm going to select one of these just so we can see it. I'm going to choose this bluish, and you'll notice that when I do that, my outside letters, the R and the O that are on the far left and far right, are more darker, but the inside letters, the ET and R, are a little bit lighter. So that's where the gradient comes into play. So if I go back up to the fill color, I could choose a blue and white, and we could see that still works exactly the same way, where the lighter part's kind of in the center and the darker parts are on the outside edges. And I'm going to show you why it looks that way. So to understand how gradients work a little bit, I'm going to go back up to my fill color, go over to gradient, and this time I'm going to click on custom. And this pops up a new dialog box that shows me currently the type of gradient that we're working with is a radial gradient. Now we could change this to linear, and when we do, we'll notice that now it looks like the top is going to be light and the bottom's going to be darker. So if we change that, press OK, we'll notice that now all of our letters are a little bit lighter at the top and a little bit darker at the bottom because we changed it from radial to linear. So we could easily switch that back. We could go back to radial if we wanted. Now you'll notice that it says like the center is the type right now. We could say that we want this to be light on the top left and dark on the bottom right. So if we were trying to make it seem like the letters were getting light from a certain type of light source, we can change the location of that light source. So if we want the lighter side in the top left and the darker side in the bottom right, we can make those changes. Now what's really neat with gradients is that you can also add colors, so you're not just stuck with the basic two color option where it's like a dark color and a light color. So I'm going to change this back to, let's go back to linear, and we're going to keep it from the top to the bottom, but I'm going to change the colors. So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure I've got this little left dialog box selected. And I'm going to change this color to, I'm going to go with a dark blue at first, but then I'm going to take my mouse and go up to the gradient stop section, and I'm going to click add, and this adds a new button. And here I'm going to drag it kind of close to the left, and I'm going to make this maybe like a hot pink, and then I'll add another one. I'll kind of drag it to the left, and I'm going to do a lighter pink, and then let's add another one, and maybe do like like a berryish color. Then we'll add another one. I'm just kind of playing around right now. And I'll add some more. Maybe I want it to seem like it's going back the way it was. And I'll add one more and make it kind of that bluish. And then I'll press OK. So now I have a rainbow hue effect that goes from the top to the bottom. Now I could, if I wanted, still go back to custom, and I could change that from linear to radial, and it gives it a different look, but it's really just based on how you want it to look. So I'm going to keep mine on the linear. I like it a little bit better. But on your assignment today, you're going to be adding at least one gradient to one of your logos. Now you're more than welcome to use the gradient on all three of your logos if you want, but you'll really only have to do it once. So just read through the directions on your assignment today and you'll understand what I'm asking for. And if not, just raise your hand in class and I'll come help you. All right guys, thanks for watching.